What is up, everybody? 49's Fine, back at you again today with another precious metals video, and today I wanted to talk about a comment that I received on a video of mine. I'm not here to call anybody out or expose anybody, that's the last thing I want to do, but I did receive a comment stating, "You have enough gold for a full ounce. Why didn't you just buy the full ounce?" And while this question seems like it would have a simple answer, I still want to talk about it. So let's get into it. A huge thank you to our community members. Thank you guys very, very much for being part of the finest. Let me preface this video by stating this is not financial advice. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions based upon that, and please like this video and subscribe. We're pushing hard for 3,000 subs. So the question of the day is, why not just pick up a full ounce? You'll save the money on premiums. And the first answer to this question is also the simplest. I can't afford to pick up a full ounce in a single purchase. I could run up a credit card, but I don't really want to do that. With that being said, I did purchase some of these pieces with a credit card, but the pieces that I bought were low price enough for me to then turn around and pay them off immediately with one payment. There was no interest paid on any pieces that you see here. The only extra component involved in my credit card purchases that I have made on bullion are the extra rewards that I got as a result of using a credit card. And yeah, I could have picked up a full ounce of gold at a 5% reward rate, but that would have put me in a bit of a hole. While it would have been nice to reap those extra rewards, 5% of an ounce of gold anytime in the past 12 months is quite a bit of money, but it would have taken me a long time to pay that balance off. I wouldn't necessarily be able to pay it off in a single payment. It would take me several months to pay off a 1 ounce coin. And while I would get those rewards, I don't want to have to pay interest on any of my bullion purchases. And last time I checked, credit card interest rates were significantly higher than 5%. The second reason why I haven't picked up a full ounce of gold, aside from not being able to afford it all at once yet, is that these pieces are in limited mintage. As you can see, we have a 2025 snake, we have the 2023 rabbit, we have the 2024 dragon here. Those are limited mintages. They're not being made forever. In fact, they're not being made at all anymore aside from the snake. So there was a bit of novelty attached to these smaller pieces. I wanted to pick up the pieces with the beautiful designs that I love, but I couldn't afford to do it in a 1 ounce format. And as time goes on, the premiums on these little pieces go higher and higher and higher. And if I was to pick up an ounce of each of these 3 pieces, it would take me a very long time to do so. And by the time I picked up all 3, who knows how much in premium I would have to pay, not even mentioning the spot price increases that we've seen in the past 15 months. There was another question that I had on a YouTube video stating, why don't you just trade up? Why don't you just turn around and sell your pieces in exchange for a 1 ounce piece? And the reason that I haven't done that is because these designs, once again, they're limited mintage. They're not being made anymore aside from the 2025 snake. And here pretty soon, the snake won't be made anymore. Also, if I was to trade up to a 1 ounce American gold eagle or a beautiful 1 ounce gold buffalo, I would lose the collectability aspect of these pieces. One day, if I ever do decide to sell these many years down the line, I'm gonna have kept them in beautiful condition. I may even get them graded. And then when I do decide to sell them, I'm going to sell them to somebody that appreciates them just as much as I do in the hopes of getting some premium back. So that's my answer as to why I didn't just pick up a 1 ounce piece all at once. These pieces of gold that you see here took 1 year of effort to pick up, and I've got about 1.2 ounces there was no point in time where I could afford 1 whole ounce all at once, especially considering the fact that I'm still beefing up my silver stack. I've still got some goals that I want to hit with my silver stack. Speaking of goals, I do want to pick up 20 silver Britannias here in 2025, so that's at least another $640 or so, depending on spot price. And there's a few 10-ounce bars that I also want to acquire. So at no point could I acquire a 1-ounce gold coin. And lastly, there was another comment on my channel here very recently actually saying that fractional gold is a waste of money because the premiums are so high, and I up and down straight up disagree with that statement. Yes, premiums are higher by percentage the smaller you go with your pieces, but if you're never going to be in a position where you could afford that big 1-ounce $3,000 gold coin, you're better off just picking up a fractional piece. Just my personal opinion, not financial advice. And the reason for that is because as spot price rises, those premiums that you paid vanish. Those are the first costs that are going to vanish, is the premiums that you paid. If you picked up a 1/10 ounce gold coin at $2,000 spot, at this point, that premium is gone. Most of you guys that watch my videos and comment down here in the comments are in full support of fractional gold. We are all of the understanding that some gold is better than no gold, and that if you can't afford that big, beautiful, shiny piece, you shouldn't put the pressure on yourself to pick it up all at once and go into credit card debt or set yourself back. Let's say you're getting paid a week from now and you're already doing the math in your head and determining how much of that paycheck you worked so hard for is going to get contributed to a credit card bill. And that just doesn't feel good. Being able to buy something outright with money that you already have, in my opinion, feels so much better than acquiring credit card debt. Now, is it the end of the world if you use a credit card? I don't think so. There's some people that watch the channel that have used credit cards to pick up those pieces, and they're very happy. To each their own. It doesn't make you stupid. I don't think it's necessarily anything intrinsically wrong with that. I just think that if you're going to make a big purchase, it's probably best to do it with money that you already have. But that's all I have to say about that. That's the answer to the big question, why don't you just pick up a full ounce of gold? It's because I can't afford it. I'm not willing to go into debt for it. And there's some pieces that I want to pick up before the premiums rise and rise and rise. A 1/4 ounce gold Perth Mint Tiger is a piece that I'll probably never be able to pick up because I just can't justify the premiums on them anymore. I do have my limits with premiums. I really do. While these fractional pieces from the Perth Mint with their premium designs, semi-numismatic, do carry somewhat higher premiums, I do have my limits. If you want to look up an expensive coin, go check out the various sizes of that Perth Mint Gold Tiger. That'll blow your mind. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below, what is your opinion on picking up 1-ounce gold coins, whether you can afford it, whether you can't afford it? How do you approach this topic as a whole? Stay safe out there, everybody. Keep stacking. Peace.